let me thank everyone for coming out today. We are yet celebrating another milestone in the development of Denver's bicycle network. Today we're marking the completion of 2 new protected bike lanes on Arapahoe and Lawrence streets in downtown Denver. Make some noise. They represent 2 more miles of enhanced bicycle facilities in downtown Denver, offering a more comfortable ride for people of all ages and abilities. New protected bike lanes show we are accomplishing what we set out to achieve in adoption of our strategic transportation plan years ago. We are providing people in our city with more transportation choices. I gotta tell you, just before coming here, I was at the University of Denver, where I opened up the 2015 Sustainable Summit for the City and County of Denver. It is a sold-out Sustainable Summit there, and we announced that we're doing this today, and nothing demonstrates our drive and commitment to sustainability more than the bike lanes and finding ways to use our streets in a more multimodal strategy. So now we have a total of 3 protected bike lanes downtown, and more are coming. I don't know if you know this or not, but I want to say it very clearly. In 2016, we have budgeted and planned to nearly double what we have in place today, installing 3 more protected bike lanes throughout the city of Denver. To celebrate that, I want to acknowledge just a couple of people. First of all, I want to acknowledge the folks who work in our Public Works Department, certainly with our bicycle planners. Y'all make some noise for our bicycle planners. Raise some hands. And I see our transportation chief, my old schoolmate from Manual High School, Chrissy Finganello, is in the house. Thank you, Chrissy, for being here. Oh, I see Jose Cornejo as well, our Public Works chief. I'm supposed to introduce you first before I introduce your staff. But Jose, good to see you. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge the Downtown Denver Partnership, who have been invaluable partners in our efforts in downtown Denver. Thank you. Tammy Dorr will speak in just a moment. I also acknowledge, of course, Denver City Councilman Albus Brooks for his strong support of protected bike lanes in the downtown area. Thank you, Councilman. We want to continue to celebrate the health benefits of an attractive and connected bike network, and that's why I'm so excited that we welcome today a special guest, Dr. Peter Buttrick, with the American Heart Association, which encourages biking as a way to strengthen our bodies and live healthier lifestyles. This is a beautiful day, Dr. Buttrick. Don't you agree, for all of us to be on a bike, huh? Give it up for Dr. Buttrick and American Heart Association. Now, we do this for a variety of reasons. One, our city is growing, and I know we all know this, growing exponentially. But our street network is what it is. And so if we not only want to encourage folks to be healthier, to have stronger bodies, but also to improve our environment by helping us do the things like we announced today, and that is to cut our carbon emissions by 80% by 2050. We must find more unique and diverse ways in which to use, thank you very much, to use our streets and to become more multimodal. And so we want to offer more comfortable riding environment. We want to enhance safety for all by separating our bicycle and vehicle traffic. We want to offer people an alternative to driving cars to get around and provide fun and easy way to increase physical activity and improve our health. Critical to that is continue to invest in mobility choices for people in Denver and to get to our destinations in a safe and a more comfortable way to do that. Our goal is to carve out safe spaces in our streets for all modes, including people who drive, for people who bike, and for those who want to take transit. And so again, I want to thank Public Works and all of the folks who work on this. We want to thank our local advocacy groups who continue to stay on me and to stay on the members of City Council and Public Works about continuing to invest in bicycle opportunities. They include Bike Denver and Denver B-Cycle and the members of my Bicycle Advisory Committee. With that, I'm going to ask you guys to give a warm welcome to City Councilman Albus Brooks, one of the staunch supporters of diversity on our streets.
Thank you, sir. How y'all doing today? Huh? I don't know if the cameramen understood that they are right in the middle of a bike lane right now, so my friends over here couldn't ride, but this is exciting. This is so exciting. First of all, I want to apologize for my shades. Transition, sorry, I can't see. But this is incredible. We're so excited to see this happen. You know, I have always been a supporter of bikes, but a little over a year ago, I went to Copenhagen and I became an advocate of bikes. Got my own bike. Started riding bikes with a suit on all around the city with my man Jose and my friend Tammy Dorr. And so here's what I want to say today, and I'm glad that the mayor talked about this from a macro perspective of his sustainability conference that he set up today. This is a part of a larger sustainability work that we're trying to do in the city. And bikes and bike lanes and protected bike lanes fit into this overall network of making a mobile city, a multimodal city. And I just want to say one thing real quick. If we're trying to be a city of the future, you must be a multimodal city. You must have choices. And we know that these protected bike lanes from our national studies that People for Bikes put together, 75% of folks will increase and use these protected bike lanes once we set them up as a city. And we got to give a lot of props to Public Works because they got this done within 1 year of the community trying to put it together. And so as the councilman, as an advocate, and as also a donor of this bike lane, I am excited, but this is just the beginning. This is not an event. We're going to keep on doing this. We're going to be bullish on this. We're going to probably upset some folks because they don't see the overall vision, but we're doing this around the world. And this is the city that we're becoming. It's not just about bikes. It's about buses. It's about trains. We are trying to cut down our mode share so that we can have an incredible city. So I'm so excited to be here. I always say this, but nothing significant happens in this city without key collaboration. And I just want to thank the Downtown Denver Partnership for really getting fired up about this. It's a rare occurrence that you have the business community saying we need more bike lanes in the city because they understand the economic impact of protected bike lanes and multimodal transportation in the city. So I would like to bring up my partner in crime, my sister from that I've traveled with and really, yeah, we do look alike, same height and everything. That I've traveled with around the world and really been challenged internationally about what we're doing with multimodal transportation. Let's give it up for the CEO of the Downtown Denver Partnership, Tammy Dorr.
Thank you. That was graceful. That's a big mic. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Wow. What a day. We've been adding additional bike facilities in our center city, and this is only the beginning. And a lot of this is due to the support from both the public and the private sector. So I have a few people I want to thank just to kind of kick us off. Certainly the mayor and Councilman Brooks, true advocates for bikes. Jose Cornejo and Christy Fangano, they've already been acknowledged, but I also want to acknowledge Emily Snyder on the bike team as well. When it was earlier mentioned, yes, great. When it was mentioned earlier that this all happened in a year, that is a really big deal. What that says is, this is important, we are committed, and we're going to make things happen, and that was true leadership. So can't thank you enough. Special thanks to the Partnership's Board of Directors who have believed in this from day one and have continued to advocate and rally the business community behind it as we continued our partnership to drive forward the 20-year plan for downtown along with the city of Denver. So thank you to our board members that are here today, Catherine Ott and Ken Truppel. Thank you for being here. We talked a bit earlier about the importance of expanding our multimodal options. And guess what? We know that when we add them, bike use increases. We are getting ready to release our commuter study that will be out in a few weeks, but I can give you a sneak peek. 6.5% of downtown workers are commuting by bike. I can absolutely promise you, that's a good number. I can absolutely promise you that as these facilities continue to expand, that number will rise exponentially. So if you're not already riding your bike, I know that with this new lane, you're all starting tomorrow. So we look forward to that. But these things don't happen by accident. The way that our center city has been built is by strategy. We do have a comprehensive plan, and we methodically work through it with the city. You know, tactically, strategically, it is about getting things done. It's important to know that because this isn't just a one-off bike lane. There's a lot more to come. We were inspired, as earlier mentioned, by People for Bikes. And I really want to take a moment now to acknowledge Martha Ruskowski. I think she was... Oh, I'm so sorry. Here you are. And all of the team from People for Bikes. We actually, as a community, received the designation with the Green Lanes Project, and we were able to travel to Copenhagen and Amsterdam along with our public sector partners. And truly, that's where we were inspired to believe that we could do this. And I guarantee you, we can do this. It's not just about bikes. It's about our future workforce. It's about the economic vitality of our city and of our center city. It's about our brand. It's about taking care of the people that live here and creating a healthy community. And quite frankly, it is about being cool because that is what Denver is. So, more to come. Everyone here, continue to advocate, believe in what's possible, and drive forward the vision. Thank you to everyone that helped bring it to fruition. I do want to acknowledge Aileen McCallum from the Downtown Denver Partnership, who bar none lives and breathes bikes. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, bike on. I'll turn it back to the mayor.
Good job. One more time for the Downtown Denver Partnership and Tammy Dorr. Again, we couldn't do this without partners, and as Councilman Brooks pointed out, everything that happens in this city, we have been successful because of collaboration and the determination to the mission. And as a result, I am absolutely excited to bring to the podium one of our strategic partners in a lot of things, not only Bike Denver, but when we were doing the smoking ban in the city of Denver, or the state of Colorado, the American Heart Association was right there. Please welcome the president of the American Heart Association, Dr. Peter Buttrick.
Thanks very much, Mayor. I'm really privileged to be representing the Heart Association today and very excited to welcome the new bike lanes to Denver. First, I want to thank the mayor.
Get you right into that microphone.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I want to thank the mayor for making such a significant investment in the health of our community. Thank you for leading the way, not just by creating more transportation options, but by creating healthier ones. With more opportunities for people to walk and bike, you've given our city a chance to remain one of the healthiest in the nation. As everybody knows, our society is becoming more sedentary and more obese. Even here in beautiful Colorado, which is the thinnest and fittest state in the nation, we've seen alarming increases in both adult and childhood obesity. We drive to work every day, we sit at our desk until it's time to drive home. We don't do much else. Finding the time to get meaningful exercise into our days can be really challenging, which I think is why giving our community some options to incorporate physical activity into our busy schedules is so very important. People who are sedentary, and this is a sobering statistic, have almost twice the risk of having heart disease or stroke compared to those who are active. That's scary, but it's a statistic that we actually can change simply by investing in healthier transportation options. The logic here is really, really simple. The more you move, the healthier you are. The American Heart Association, which I'm, again, very pleased to represent, has a 2020 goal. That's to improve the cardiovascular health of all Americans by reducing death from cardiovascular disease and stroke by 20% by the year 2020. That's pretty ambitious, and it requires partnerships with community leaders like the mayor and those other leaders who are here today, and events like this one today, and investments like the mayor's $7 million fund to enhance mobility for our city residents are so very important in helping to reach this goal. So we at the AHA are very proud to support his efforts, and we thank him again for his leadership. And I thank you all for coming and biking to work.
We want to also acknowledge the fact that there was a crowdfunding effort to fund this lane. These lanes, I should say. There were 200 donors from the community and Gates Family Foundation grant that paid for the design. So we want to thank all of our funders as well as the Gates Family Foundation for the tremendous and very generous contribution to this effort. So I think we're ready to cut the ribbon, right? Okay, we're going to cut the ribbon. And notwithstanding the fact that Dr. Buttrick just stood up here and talked about living healthy, I was told there's pizza.
It's very healthy.
Huh? We'll do it afterwards. There's pizza to celebrate the opening of this bike lane. So after you eat pizza, we expect you to get on a bike and go riding.
Inspiration. Our special job.
Hands of power on here. 1, 2, 3.